I've just seen in the news recently that UK households already owe about £1.3 billion to energy suppliers, and that's before the energy cap rises and bills are set to double this coming winter. We've got to address this, so let's go. Hey everyone, it's Lewis back again with another video, and today here are some things that we can all do in order to keep our energy costs down as much as possible this winter during this energy crisis. As I keep finding myself saying more often than not these days, this video will be quite an important one, so do give it a like to feed the algorithm and make it happy so that we can get the video out to as many people as possible. Also, if you are new here, welcome, and do consider subscribing for more money related content. Hopefully these kinds of videos can really help you during these tough times. So with energy bills set to rise to over 80% within the next 2 months, it's actually come to light that the energy debt across the UK is already in the billions before the next price rise is priced in. This is according to comparison website Uswitch, who also said that this debt will grow even further over the winter. Like we didn't already know that before. According to a survey from Uswitch, 6 million homes in the UK already owe an average of £206 to their provider. This is at a time of the year when normally people are building up a credit for the winter, as they're not using as much energy now as they would in the colder months. This is basically beyond a terrible sign for the country's outlook for just how bad it's going to be for this winter. If people can no longer build a credit for the cold months, there's going to be a serious amount of energy poverty in this country that's never been seen before. However, I usually like to keep it happy on this channel and provide a positive outlook, whilst everyone else in the media across all channels love to just fearmonger and be harbingers of doom every 5 minutes. So I'll do just that in this video as well, the positive thing, not the harbinger of doom thing. Here are some ways in which we can hopefully survive this upcoming crisis. Now, the obvious one is to do as much as you possibly can to build that credit up. If you do have a prepayment meter like I do for my gas, basically our previous tenants in this place had it before us, and I actually like having it because it allows me to control my bills a little more. I don't know about you guys, but I feel that way. Anyway, get as much as you can in credit on these meters over the coming months. The levels of inflation that we're going to see with energy and have already seen over this year are crazy. Remember in a video that I've done recently about the CPI and real rate of inflation, gas, about 98.8% inflation over the past year. Like I say about inflation in any category, in order to avoid this, bulk buy where you can, and that definitely includes your energy. A quid spent today is worth more than a quid spent tomorrow. Whatever currency you use, the pound, the dollar, the yen, that currency is eroding, or the purchasing power of that currency is eroding every single year due to inflation. In order to counter this, it's best to get those household essentials in bulk. For example, I recently received a refund from Virgin Media for overpaying a now cancelled bill. More than likely, that money will go straight into my gas meter. Any cash reserves that you might have, it could be a good idea to do the same thing. And yes, this does mean potentially using some of your emergency fund. Obviously, I have preached so much about using an emergency fund over the past however many months I've been doing this right now. It's so important, and right now we're in emergency sort of crisis mode, so it might well be worth to use some of your emergency fund if you absolutely have to. Another one to consider is to actually take a fixed term contract out. Now, the fixed contract situation is bad in the UK as well as the variable contract situation. However, we know for a fact that the variable rate is going to continuously increase quite rapidly over the next year or so. If you can manage to get a fixed rate contract though, you won't be subject to those price rises. Now, of course, any new customer deal right now won't be a deal. It's going to be more than double what you're currently paying, probably. It's going to be ridiculously expensive anyway. However, there might well be some existing customer fixed rate offer that your current provider could give you. Energy providers don't advertise these publicly because they don't need to. However, it's best to log into your account with your provider or give them a phone call to see what they can offer you. As an example, EDF can give me a fixed electricity contract for £109 a month until August 2024. It's not necessarily great as it's more than double my projected use at the moment, but it's an example. And with the cap projected to double at least twice over the next year from 2021's numbers, this fix might actually be okay in the long run. You may have a better deal out there waiting for you, so check, as fixing could be the win that you could get right now. And there's also the smart meter. These things are genuinely, in my opinion, an essential right now to every single household in the country. They constantly monitor your energy usage, allow you to top up your meters there and then via your supplier's app or website, and provide you with vital analytics to show you exactly where you're using energy the most and what you can do to bring this cost down. I have to call out EDF's app for analytics as one of the best out there. They're honestly brilliant. I get very in-depth information about everything that I use every single month. It even tells me the percentage figures of what I'm using the most, such as hot water. So yeah, I know, I've got to cut my shower time. But then I've also got usage for fridges and freezers, home entertainment, and then everything else really. Once that I know all of my analytics in terms of my usage, they will then provide me with personalized tips on how to save energy on all of these most used categories. Speaking of which, here are some great tips to save on certain categories of energy even further. So for electricity saving, get some smart bulbs and smart plugs if you can. I have quite a few of these right now in the house from the likes of Philips Hue and Casa, and I have my Amazon Echo devices and Philips Hue Bridge controlling them with my voice. Just don't say the A word. Now, of course, that's all cool to have, but it isn't just for that, because it's projected that smart bulbs and smart plugs can save an average of £100 over 2 years on a household. Right now, the majority of households in the UK will basically take that saving. 50 quid a year, thank you very much. Also, stop leaving things on standby. By doing this, you could save yourself up to £55 a year on average. I've recently started doing this around the house as well. So any chargers that I might have left plugged into the wall without charging anything, they've been turned off and unplugged. The TV in our bedroom, turned off and unplugged when not being used. Same for the microwave in our kitchen. It just helps. So what about saving on gas though? Well, I've got you there too. Bleed your radiators once a month in order for the air bubbles to escape and basically keep your radiators much more energy efficient. Turn your thermostat down. On average, a temperature of 18 to 19 degrees Celsius is plenty. You might even get by even less than that. And even better, get a smart thermostat if you can, as that is another brilliant investment to make to increase energy efficiency in your home. Definitely consider investing into some insulation as well. Again, if you can. About a third of people's heating can be lost in your walls, for example. And you can save yourself about £40 a year by insulating underneath any floorboards you might have if you live in an older home. Stop taking long showers and reduce baths as much as possible. That's me basically talking to myself. I am now challenging myself to completely shower myself in 5 minutes each time now. Yeah. Honestly, guys, my shower time is about 10 to 15 minutes. I've got to cut it down by half. I just have to. And finally, get that boiler that you have in your kitchen or wherever else in your house serviced every single year, once a year, to ensure that it's operating in the most efficient way as possible. And I really think that we should all be helping each other out as much as possible right now. So comment down below your tips and tricks on how to save energy that I haven't mentioned here in this video. As always, I really hope that you found this video helpful. And if you haven't already, do consider subscribing for more money related content. I post videos every Monday and Friday, so stick around for more in the future. Make sure to follow me on all of my socials down below for even more. Grab some free money and stocks using some of the links down below in the description. And remember, until next time, every quid counts. See you soon.